स्वादयन्निह सर्वेषाम् त्रय्यन्तार्थम् सुदुर्ग्रहम् स्तोत्रयामास योगीन्द्रः तम् वन्दे यामुनाह्वयम् नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः यत्पदाम्भोरुहध्यान विध्वस्ताशेषकल्मषः वस्तुतामुपयातोऽहम् यामुनेयम् नमामि तम् स्वधर्मज्ञानवैराग्य साध्यभक्त्येकगोचरः नारायणः परम् ब्रह्म गीताशास्त्रे समीरितः श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि
Etaduktam bhavati. This has been said so. Paramatmana, by the Supreme Soul, Dattaihi, given. So what was given by the, or what were given, it's a plural verb, plural noun, Bahuvachanam, Dattaihi. Many are given by the Supreme Soul. With respect to our the individual soul's body, the limbs, Karana Kalevara Adibihi. Karana Kalevara Adibihi. Karana is instrument, as we all know, but here it refers to the limbs of the body. So he has given, fortunately, all our limbs are working properly from the childhood so till today. And again, there is also sometimes mix up, as the Upanishad says. We are not using the sense organs properly. So we are not putting the sense organs to use 100%. So that becomes what we call Kalevaram. Kalevaram in Tamil, I think, I don't know whether it is used in Kannada, Telugu or Malayalam. But Kalavaram we say in Tamil. Kalavaram. Kalavaram refers to brat, quarrel, something we can say kalaham. Kalahaha we say in Sanskrit. Some road fight on the road. Somebody protesting, somebody answering the protest, opposing, Kalevaram. But here, of course, we have to maintain some discipline for the sense organs. There are some difficulties also. So, some people say when we are physically challenged, then in some sense organ, so we say if one sense organ does not work well, the other sense organs are working very well, even beyond a normal human being, and therefore that also can happen. And Lord is a reason for cause for everything. He blesses us with normal limbs, which work normally and which work beautifully also. Dattaihi, then Tat Adharaischa. So based upon that, so Tat Adharaischa is Adhara is the source. Also I can say base. So by the right basis, Tadadharaischa, Karana, Kalevara, Adibihi. Now the blessing is so nice that many of us have got limbs. Many of us got all the limbs. But the limbs should be working. You should be in the working status. So that is what we call Ahita Shakti. The limbs are there. The limbs have been created. Parts of the body have been created, but they should be in a working condition. So that is what we call ahita shakti. So each sense organ is given a power to work, so that there will be no failure. There will be no intermittent failure also. So ahita shakti meaning the power transferred, power given, power supplied. So all our sense organs, we have 11 sense organs. The mind also should work properly. So with a base also, as we say in physical part of the body, and the heart and the brain. The heart and brain should coordinate, and then it should work as a mind. So the physical part is heart and brain, but both of them should work together. That we call mind. Generally, we refer it to as heart, but we are referring to the thoughts, the thoughts that are in the mind. So here, Karana Kalevaradivihi, Ahita Shakti Vihi, therefore, Lord gives the power to all these sense organs. Then Swayamcha himself, Jivatma, with the power given by the Lord and the limbs created by the Lord and by their bases or sources, the individual soul, Jivatma is the subject of the sentence. Jivatma is the individual soul. Tat Adharaha, that means based upon the support given by Tat here refers to the Paramatma, the Supreme Soul. So the individual soul is fundamentally maintained by the Paramatma, the Supreme Soul. Then Tadahita Shakti, so with the power given, transferred by that, again Paramatma. So Paramatma Hita Shakti, power given by the Paramatma. Sun, being. Then Karma Nishpattaye. Sun meaning, there are two meanings for sun. It is not that we are merely existing. The mere existence is not sun. We are good people also. Sun means a good jivatma, a good individual soul. It's a very beautiful word. A good person is called sun. In English, SON also should be a good son. And even in the case of planets, SUN also should be a good son. We are referring to the sun god in scriptures. The sun also should be good, because the sun is afraid of the Lord. The sun is afraid of the Lord. The Vayu, the air, is afraid of the Lord. The fire, Agni, is afraid of the Lord. Why should they be afraid? Why should they have fear? Fear, they have fear psychosis. Otherwise, they will not work. They will not do their duty properly. Bhishasmat Vatah Pavate is the Vedavakyam. The sentence from the scripture is, because of the fear, the wind blows. Bhishasmat Vatah Pavate. Bhishodeti Suryaha. The sun rises exactly at a particular time without any deviation. Punctual in duty. Though we say the earth, the planet earth rotates, and therefore we have days and nights, and in one country you have night and another country you have day, and our timings are also changed. Even within the country, we say, in India we can have 1 or 2 seconds only, whereas in US, places like US, we have 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours differences, lot of hours. We say the sun is static, doesn't move, and but for practical purposes, We say the sun rises and sun sets. And therefore, the rising of the sun and the setting of the sun is done by the fear of the Lord, by the fear over the punishment expected from the Lord. Bishodeti Suryaha. So this is what that means. He is the supreme controller. Even Ravana, take for example in Ramayana, Ravana controlled all the planets. There is a drama in Sanskrit called Hanuman Natakam. Hanuman Natakam. There is also a drama called Anargha Raghavam by Murari, an author called Murari. Both of them say that Ravana controlled the planets. The fire god Agni Deva, Hutasanaha, we have got common in so many names. Hutavaha, Hutasanaha, Agni, fire god. Fire god was the cook in the kitchen of Ravana. The wind god cleaned the house of Ravana, palace of Ravana. Now the Varuna, the god of rain, mopped the palace of Ravana with water. So he was so what you call autocratic and supreme in power. So he made the planets also obey him. So here, and another beautiful just scene, one small scene from Bhoja Champu, Ramayana Champu. King Bhoja was there. He wrote 32 verses in Sanskrit. He was a very great scholar in Sanskrit. We don't know who actually Bhoja was, a real king or imagination, but he had a kingdom called Dhara, and he ruled the country for many years, many decades. And he wrote 32 works in Sanskrit. So out of the 32 works, he adopted Valmiki Ramayana to write in prose and poetry, called prose poem, called in Champu. That is the one. It is available. It is a very great category in literature in Sanskrit. The one example, what you call humorous example, was in the rest room of Ravana. In the rest room of Ravana had the construction done of the what we call Suryakanta stone and Chandrakanta stone. Chandrakanta stone melts on receiving the rays of the moon. The Suryakanta stone melts, becomes liquid by receiving the rays of the sun. So he got them constructed in his restroom, bathroom. And Ravana had beautiful showers. Whenever, even in the night or in the day, he had no electricity is necessary. The showers were there. He had a shower bath. This is a very beautiful example in literature. So here, so we're coming to the point, namely individual soul being directed and controlled by the Lord. He must behave in a good way. Good manners must be there. Son. Then karma nishpattaye. So while carrying out the actions, karma action, nishpattaye in the performance of, for the performance of the actions, swechaya. So here's what we called earlier as controlled freedom is there. So swechaya according to his desire, according to his ambition, selfish wish. So karana adi adhisthana akaram prayatnam cha arabhate. Initially he begins, arabhate, starts with prayatnam, tries, he makes effort. He starts to make effort. He begins to make effort. How? Using the karana, using the instrument, namely the limbs of the body, Karana, Adi, etc. So many motor organs, sense organs, knowledge organs, wisdom organs, and Manas, the mind. So all these are called Karana Adi. Then Adhisthana Akaram. Akaram, there is a certain shape to all these organs. These shapes are the base for the sense organ. So Adhishthanam is established. So Akaram, the shape of the sense organs are established according to the limbs, and that is referring to prayatnam, the effort made, the hard effort made, hard work put in with the help of the organs, in the proper shape. In the proper shape. That's what we call Adhisthana Akar. So he starts to, he wants to start with, he wants to work with his desires. He wants to achieve his own ends. But he is a good soul. Jivatma's son is a good soul. Therefore, he doesn't normally deviate from the rules of the Shastra. He doesn't transgress the injunctions of the scriptures. That means son. Otherwise, if he is Jivatma doing everything against the scriptures, then he cannot be called the son. Then Tat here refers to individual soul. So Tadantaha, inside the individual soul. Antaha, inside. The inner part. Avasthitaha, one who is staying permanently. Avasthitaha. Sthitaha, avasthitaha. Ava here refers to the inner part. Generally, Ava also means something below, something under, something low. But here, avasthitaha is firmly established. The Lord never moves out of the individual soul, human being. So, avasthitaha paramatma. So, tadantaha avasthitaha paramatma, the supreme soul who resides as the inner soul, antaryami of an individual soul. Then what does he do? Swa anumati danena. He blesses by gifting the permission. Danam is gifting. Danam is giving, charitable. So he is giving anumati, permission. We all use it in Tamil also easily. Swa anumati. He gives his own permission. Please remember again, according to Vaishnava Sampradaya, Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, especially Deshika Sampradaya, Paramatma along with Mahalakshmi, his consort, Anumati Danam Karot. He is giving the permission. So the divine couple gives the permission. Swanumati Danena, by the gift of permission, rather favor of permission on his own, then tam, namely Jivatmanam, namely the individual soul, pravartayati, makes him act, makes him work. Pravartayati makes him go further, makes him progress. That is what we call pravartayati. Pravartayati is what we call causative form. Pravartate means he acts. Pravartayati means he makes others act. So he makes the supreme soul makes the individual soul act. That is, do something. So jivasyapi, there will be a comma here, pravartayati, but generally no punctual marks for in Sanskrit. Only one is that finally full stop for a sentence, double full stop for a paragraph. That's all. We don't have, even here we don't have double full stop for a paragraph because it doesn't end here. So jivasyapi, so even for the individual soul, or also for the individual soul, swabuddhya eva. Now we also remember that the adhina kartrutvam, namely the limited freedom to do something. So sabuddhya, so he uses his intellect, his own intellect. He uses his own wisdom. So sabuddhya eva, when he uses only his wisdom, then pravritti hetutvam asti. There is some reason for his progress. Pravritti, progress. Vritti means job, vritti means action. So pravritti means a progressive action, an improvement in the action. Daily he improves himself, he refines himself, he modifies himself to a better position. So pravritti hetutvam asti. There is reason for his progress on his own intellect. Based on his own intellect, he can work, and then, of course, with the permission given by the Supreme Soul also. Now, what will be the example? Yatha. Now we come to what we call Vidhi Nisheda Bhaktam. Finally, Vidhi Nisheda Bhaktam. What is the positive rule and what is the negative rule? What is the prohibitive rule and what is the permission rule? Yatha, just as Gurutara Shila Mahiruha Adi Chalana Adi Phala Pravritti. There are very, very, very heavy stones, very heavy stones. That meaning here you can say mountains. If you say big stone, the earth is made up of a lot of stones. The mountain is also made up of stones, solidified sand. Here Shila means stone. So Gurutara Shila is very heavy. Gurutara is actually comparative suffix. That means there are smaller stones, there are less heavy stones. Guru means heavy here. Gurutara means heavier. Guru doesn't mean something big or a teacher or something else. So Guru is big, heavy, weighty. Gurutara more weighty, heavier. Shila stone, in the sense we have to understand it as Parvataha, the mountain. And Mahiruha. Mahi is earth. Mahi is earth. Mahiruha also can mean mountain, because the mountain grows on the earth. The mountain also has come out of the earth. But here, because Shila, that's why the word Parvata is not being used, the Mahiruha is used, just to have some funny interpretation. So Mahiruha, Mahyam Rohati, whatever grows in the earth. Here it refers to the big things, namely trees. So Mahiruga is tree. So one is mountain and the other is tree. There are mountains, there are many mountains on the earth, there are many trees on the earth. And what happens? These two move, these two shake. The mountains shake because of earthquake. The trees also are by tornado, by storm, by hurricane, they all move. Sometimes they are uprooted, the trees are uprooted. Though they are very heavy, Guru Tara. You have to add Guru Tara to Shila plus Guru Tara to Mahiruha. The trees are also heavy, very heavy trees. Many of us might have seen very heavy trees, especially banyan tree, very old banyan tree, and then pine tree in the forest, in the mountainous region we have a long, tall, very big in size. So Gurutara Mahiruha, Adi, etc. That means that there are so many objects in this world which move. Chalanam, Chalana, move. They all move. They go from one place to another. Again, so Chalana Adi, there are so many things about that. So they grow, the trees grow, the mountains grow, the tree gives you leaves, the tree gives us the flowers, the tree gives us fruit. So all these are called Chalana. And in the case of mountains, mountains help us to get rain and so on. Here, so Chalana Adi, then Phala. So what will be the result of this movement of the trees and mountains? Phala Pravrittishu. Again, there is a progress in getting the fruits, results, good results. We are talking of good results. We are not talking about negative results by earthquake, hurricane, storm, tornado, and so on. So we are talking about the movement of the mountains and the trees in a positive manner. Phala pravritti. Then who is responsible for this? It is Lord. So Bahu Purusha Sadhya. Now this is the question with regard to temples like Srirangam. If you take Karnataka temples from Halebid and there is also one more archaeological
Belur.
Belur, yeah, Belur. Belur and Halebid. If you go there, you will feel the wonder of the construction. In Srirangam also, Srirangam temple. If you go to Suchindram temple of Lord Shiva, you go to Rameshwaram temple, where and you can even witness the Chidambaram temple, Nataraja and Govindaraja. All these temple structures, the structures are very wonderful. We do not know who did it, how many could do it, in what time they could finish construction, how did they do it, what the instrument they had, or rather what you call engineering skill that they had, that they could, civil engineering skill that they had to construct all kinds of. In 1984, we witnessed the completion of the Rajagopuram, the main tower of Srirangam. In 84, I was very fortunate witness to the completion of the Rajagopuram. And the beauty, the wonder was about 8 crores of people worked. 8 crores of people worked. And nobody died. Nobody fell down from the top. That is, for any construction, even a small building, a very tiny house, we hear deaths. Not a single death happened in 84 construction of the Rajagopal. That is the greatness of the Lord and the preceptor. Acharya Devo Bhava. Lord is the preceptor, preceptor is the Lord. And the beauty is 44th Pontiff of Ahobilam, Ariyashingar, and Shankaracharya of Kanchipuram. They had a dream, a common dream on the same morning. Rather early morning. Immediately they conveyed to each other their dream. Generally, we say, according to Swapna Shastram, early morning dream will come true. And there is also a Swapna Shastram rule which says, if you have a good dream, don't reveal. If you had a bad dream, expose it to all. Make it known to all, so that the dream will not fructify. The dream will not result in something bad. It will not materialize. That is what she's saying. We don't know, but we have got a lot of details in Swapna Shastra. We don't know the working of the mind during our sleep. But it's a disturbed sleep when we have dreams. The 44th Arayashingar and it's called Mukkud Arayashingar. Vedanta Deshika Yatindra Mahadeshika, the name. The very incarnation of Vedanta Deshika, we can say. He was a great achiever. Therefore, both of them conveyed to each other that the temple tower must be constructed. And the base was supplied by 44th Aragashingar and the second tier, TIER, the second tier after the 13 was supplied by the funded by the Shankaracharya of Kanchipuram Mutt. So the wonder happened even in our life here, in our very eyes. So here the paragraph says, Bahu Purusha Sadhyat. That's what I wanted to stress. Bahu Purusha Sadhyat. If you want to move a mountain, if you want to move a tree, if you want to construct any great structure, it should be possible only by many people. Not a single individual can do anything. Bahu Purusha Sadhyat. Achievable by only many men. Many men. Bahu Purusha. Then Bahunam ki Hetutvam. There will be many causes of many things. Bahunam. You don't know how many. So Hetutvam. Hetutvam is the reason, the cause. How did they come into existence? Such great structure. Bahunam Hetutvam. That is movement of a tree, movement of a mountain. In Sanskrit, there is a common word which means a tree is not movable. A mountain is also not movable. We call the word, we call common word is simple word AGA, Agaha. Agaha means the mountain doesn't move, the trees do not move. The tree doesn't move, and therefore Agaha means na gacchati, doesn't move, doesn't go. Here, so Bahunam Hetutvam. Now taking a tree and putting it in a different place. A well-grown tree, remove with the roots, and then put it somewhere else. Place it somewhere else. That is also very difficult. And it is very hard about the mountain, shifting a mountain to some other place. And that is only by Bahu Purusha Sadhyatu, achievable by many people. So Bahunam Hetutvam, there will be many causes for the achievement. Bahunam Hetutvam. That is what we call Vidhi Nisheda Bhaktvam. Bhaktvam is what you call a share. So Vidhi Nisheda Bhaktvam is something is achievable, something is not achievable, something is possible, something is impossible. The Jivatma can do and cannot do. Jivatma can think of doing and cannot think of doing. Each individual soul and collectively all the individual souls put together with the same bent of mind, with the same attitude, they can either do something or cannot do something. Vidhi Nisheda Bhakti. All the men coming together may not be able to achieve something. And that is because the permission is not granted by the Supreme Court. Once permission is granted, Anumati Danena, Swa Anumati Danena, without his will, without his sankalpa, without his decision, nothing can move. Tam vina trinam api na chalati. Without him, not even a grass can move. Then how about a mountain? Or how about a big tree? Here, you cannot do any shift without his permission. The sharing is not possible. And therefore, Vidhi Nisheda Vidhi also depends. If you call it fate, the rules, the positive rules also are followed strictly according to the permission given by the Lord. And again, Nisheda Vakya, the prohibited rule, prohibitive rules, prohibited, what you call, injunctions which prohibit some action, they also have the order of the Lord awaited. Whenever there is something bad happens also, we understand that it is in the what is called will of the Lord. That's what now we are now facing some problem, universal problem. So with this, the whole paragraph is little long. It was a very simple. Somebody was asking every time, Tatparyam. What is Tatparyam that you said so far for 1 hour? So Tatparyam is Lord controls everything. Though the individual soul has a limited freedom, but sometimes the individual soul thinks that he can achieve anything. Sometimes the individual soul is humble. Sometimes it is what we call proud. It's haughty, and then everywhere we see the hands of God. So with this is open to discussion.
So, Swami, you were saying before that God gives people different senses, and the senses are working. The indriyas are working, but some people are disabled. God gives them senses which are not working. So,
and they are differently able. We have a new term today, and they are actually they are differently able. When they are not able to see, the vision is blind. Then they hear very sharply. Their ears are very sharp. When they are not able to talk, their observation is very good. So these are all certain faculties. The faculties, according to the bad actions that we performed in the previous birth. That is the result of the. Now, as I told you earlier, there are schools for more schools for differently able. One of my students has a son with autism. The problem of autism is in now many children. They don't know how to solve the problem. There is one more in US I have heard. Even one of my relatives had the attack. It is called ALS. ALS. And I'm not trying to elaborate now because all are negative information. Then you have Alzheimer's disease. I observed one or two people with Alzheimer's disease. These are all some peculiar diseases. Something which is very old is Parkinson disease. I have seen people suffering because of Parkinson disease. There are many people with strokes. That is very popular also. Strokes is very popular. Rheumatism is rampant in almost many majority of people. The knee pain. We suggest what we call. I don't know the name. I will tell you the botanical and English name little later. Perandai, we call it Perandai. We use it on Amavasya day. We use it for what you call chutney, like we call it chutney. We don't call chutney, but tohayal we say. Actually, the exact word in Tamil, pure Tamil word is tuvayal. We just grind it in a mixie, some leaves or whatever you want. The adrak, the ginger can be used as well. So we call a perendai. Perendai is a green plant which will remove the knee pain. The doctor says there is no what you call flexibility because of some problem in the tendon or I think the fluid absent in the joints. When the fluid becomes dry, then we have some problem. We have in those days what we call grandmother's recipe, grandmother's health tips will help us to keep us healthy. But again, the health, the resultant health depends upon the blessing of the Lord. Many people have today knee replacement. The stem cell treatment, I think, has become now a failure. There is a lot of research going on in stem cell treatment, but the stem cell treatment is not popular today. It has been dying. We are not hearing anything positive about the stem cell treatment. But with the advanced technology in the medical field, there are problems. And why there are problems? Because it is our fate. It's our fate. Our fate again is referring to our previous birth action. So today I heard a very serious problem. A doctor by profession met with a road accident. Immediately next day to his marriage. Next day to his marriage, he is crippled now. He is on the wheelchair. He is able to talk, but all the limbs under his hip are inactive. He has no sensation at all, no touch sensation, and he is newly married also. Fortunately, the wife takes care of him, but she is also a doctor. And the next, after the reception of the marriage, wedding, and the next day they got into accident. So why I say this is, even when some actions which we performed in the earlier births were so good that we are born normally, we have all the limbs working perfectly. There are some dangers also, risks involved, so that later on we suffer. So that is in the old age is a curse that some people say. Even in the Ramayana, Sumantra, the minister, Sumantra himself means good minister. Mantra is counsel. Sumantra is good counsel. So he was a minister, and he was like Vasishta. For generations together, he is a minister for Raghu Vamsha. And he said, I'm sorry that I'm living long. Why? He said, Rama was sent to forest for 14 years. That is a small worry. But his wife has been abducted by Ravana. Nothing happened like that earlier in the race of solar kings. That a daughter-in-law of the royal family has been abducted. Then why should I live? He said. Why should I live to witness all these things? So even witnessing others suffering. This is where Vaishnava Sampradaya says, feel one with the suffering people. And if you can help, help. If you cannot, at least sympathize. So we don't laugh at others. We don't make fun of others. I see some youngsters also, without the capacity of learning. They are not able to learn anything. They waste their time by being dependent parasites for their parents and even siblings. I see some of the families where some of them are parasites in the families. Why I say this is all in all, what I want to say is Swa Anumati Danena Pravrittihi asti. Paramatmanaha Swa Anumati Danena. Otherwise, they are suffering. It's very painful to hear such problems.
Okay, so Swami, you were also saying about that you were quoting from Shastra saying that the sun also fears the Lord. The sun rises because of out of fear of the Lord. But I mean, Surya Narayana, the sun is the Lord. The sun is also the Lord. So it's strange to me that the Shastra should say that the sun fears the Lord if the sun is also the Lord.
That is where we differ. Though Antaryami is Sriman Narayana in every object, especially sun god. The sun, though sun is a planet, and it has to obey. It has to obey with fear. Even we, as individual souls, we have inner soul Paramatma. How many of us obey the Shastra? How many of us strictly adhere to the Shastra? We don't care. We don't care. But as you said, many people have not read the books. Then how can they know what the scriptures said? We do not know what scriptures said.
Okay.
One thing is certain that mutual peaceful living is to be assured by all of us. Mutual peaceful living or happy internet, even not even happy living, peaceful living should be an assurance from among all of us. Okay.
So also I had this question about, you were talking about Ravana had a Suryakanta and a Chandrakanta jewel in his bathroom, and therefore he could take a good shower. But I don't understand how these jewels. How do these jewels work? They work as hot and cold.
They have been constructed over the pillars there. And during daytime, the Suryakanta will melt, the stone will melt and gives him showers. The night showers will be given by Chandrakanta stone.
I see. So I understand. Okay, so it's continually, the Suryakanta is continually melting, and it melts into water. It becomes water.
Water.
I see. So during the daytime, the Suryakanta will melt and make warm water, and during the night, the Chandrakanta will rain also. I see. Okay. Very nice shower. Okay. So I was also wondering about this word Bahupurusha. You're saying it means many people, but can Bahupurusha also mean great person? A great person? No. Only means many people. Okay.
The group of people, many people may have great people.
I see.
If you have sages among the people, the sages can create make wonders and create something wonderful. They can bring in no time anything that they want. In the case of Ramayana again, Ramayana, the sages in the forest were suffering by the demons. Each one of them was suffering in the forest by demons, and Rama had to rescue them. And in order to repay their gratitude towards Rama, they became cowherdesses in the avatar of Krishna, the incarnation of Krishna. The sages of the forest in the Rama's times. They became cowherdesses in the incarnation as Krishna. They wanted to serve him. That is the. So why, if you say the problem is this, all the sages, except with only one exception, namely Durvasas, can curse the demons and get rid of their problems. They can escape from the demons. But the problem is the frequent disturbance given by the demons for their curtailing their duties, or stopping them from doing their duties, like yaga, the sacrifice in the forest. When the sages do perform without any disturbance the sacrifices in the forest, the cities survive beautifully. The cities are favored by the people, are helped by the sages in the forest by performing sacrifice. This point which we hear from the first canto, first sarga of Raghuvamsha of Kalidasa.
So Swami, this another question about this Suryakanta and Chandrakanta stones. It melts, but it continues to melt and melt and melt and never disappears.
I think the countryman must the control switch should have been there in the palace of Ravana, because even he had an oral command over this. He had an oral command over this. As you now, you have voice typing here in your phone.
I see. So voice command, like, so he told
Stop.
he was telling the shower to come on and the shower to come off in the bathroom.
That's what we can imagine. So Bhojaraja is very interesting to study.
And it was amazing to me to try to understand that how a stone, when it melts, becomes water, because it should a molten. See, in Hawaii we have volcanoes.
Yeah, molten solid.
Yeah, we have melting mountains. We have volcanoes, and the melting stone becomes lava. It becomes hot.
Lava.
It will not be it will not be good shower. It will not be a good shower.
It's a hot shower.
Yeah, too hot.
To destroy all creatures.
Yeah, it destroys many things.
But volcano is only an eruption of the heat under the mountain.
Yeah, no, it's not a Suryakanta stone. No, I understand. It's different. Yeah.
Ravana had everything under his control. Ravana is only a sentry, the watchman, Vaikuntha.
Do we have a similar stone now, Swami?
We don't see. There are some literary examples. For example, a swan, a royal swan, Rajahamsa. In the case of Mahabharata, it talked to Nala and Damayanti. So it became an ambassador. When we talk about a swan which separates water from the milk and drinks only milk, that's for the example of wisdom for differentiating with the good and the bad. We don't have a swan now today to separate water from it.
Or we also have this the birds. I think there's some bird that drinks only the water from the cloud.
Skylark, whether it's called Chataka. Chataka is the name of the bird. Vanampadi in Tamil. It waits for somebody said it is waiting for the Swati star day to take rainwater. I said it is impossible for the bird to survive. We are waiting for only rain on Swati day. Then very difficult. Whenever rain comes, it takes the enough amount of water that makes it survive to the next rain. And there is for your information, I mean, all of us know, the example is a toad, T-O-A-D. It remains in between some stones and it remains hungry for years together. It doesn't die. The snakes, though we know that they can eat eggs, they can gobble up so many creatures, they live by air. According to Sanskrit literature, of course, they can live by air. Simply consuming air, they can live. Pavanashi will do it. We call him Pavanashi. Pavanashi is they just eat the air, eat the wind. Even then, they are powerful. They are very powerful because they are lean. Most of them are lean, unless a very big snakes like a python. And we have these are all some. I mean, python is an example for leading an austere life without any big aspiration. We call it as we call three types of life. One is kapota vritti, the life like a pigeon. Uncha vritti, Vedanta Deshika followed and many others also followed. Uncha vritti, by of course royal begging, no demands. Then we have Ajagara vritti. Ajagara is a python. The python does not move to many places. It moves very slowly because of its heavy body. Ajagara is the name of the python. The python, Malaipambu we say in Tamil, that will consume some its prey whenever the prey comes near that. A monkey or a goat, whatever comes, it catches hold and eats. But if there is no prey coming to nearby, then it remains hungry. It can starve. Tomorrow is Ekadashi day. We are not able to starve for even one day. It's
So,
not enough.
so there's a kapota, there's a pigeon who eats very little. And then,
Not
then there's a
only little. Whenever you throw grains, it eats. Whenever you do not throw grain, it doesn't demand. Of course, some say crows come to the top of your house and stay for some time because every day you in a particular time you are offering some food. They come and wait for your food. But
for your
when it
Vaishvadevam.
is not offered, when it is not offered, they don't worry about it.
So what is the
They
third?
can't get satisfied.
There's third one. There's a pigeon. There's a python, and there's a third thing.
Unchavarti for human beings. Unchavarti is you give up the desire for food.
But that is compared to the pigeon or the python.
Both.
Is there's a third animal? No.
Pardon?
You were saying that there are three things?
Yeah,
third-
Unchavati is for a human being.
Oh, Unchavati for the human beings, the life of a python and the life of a pigeon.
Yeah.
These are the three things where people give up. They give
Where
up the desire for food.
extra desires. So only for survival one has to take food.
I think in the Bhagavatam there was a Jadabarat.
Jada Bharata.
Yeah, he was acting like this. Or Rishabdev. Rishabha. Rishabdev. Yeah, he was
Same.
acting like this. He was acting like a python. If any food comes close, he eats. Otherwise, he doesn't eat.
They don't go after food. They don't run after food.
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः।